Hey, so today we're going to be talking about the tools that you need for stillness. Now, we've already talked about breath, so today in particular, we're going to be talking about visualization, journaling, and meditation. Now, we did breath first because that is the most important thing. That is the easiest way to start inviting stillness into your life immediately is through that breath, just regulation and even just noticing the breath. So that's why we did it first. It's a great foundation to use these other tools. So let's start with visualization. Visualization is actually seeing your future, actually being in your head and seeing the future happen, what you want to happen. It's a way to tell your subconscious that this is what's going to happen because you see it over and over and over. So it's something that I want you to practice continually, or maybe it's just one moment that you practice that you want to see in the future. So when you begin to continually do these visualizations, you're actually reprogramming your mind. And you're ahead of your time. You're literally ahead of your time because you're thinking about it. And then when you take your thoughts, and then when you visualize this and you feel the emotion, the actual emotion while you're going through this visualization, the emotion of each moment, the emotion of being aware in that moment, then your thoughts and your emotions become congruent. And that's when you start to manifest your destiny. So a couple ways that you can visualize is visualize your entire day. Right? Visualize your big dream vacation. For me, I visualize every day, if not multiple times a day, me standing on a stage as a paid public speaker, speaking to thousands of people about stillness and stress control. So it can be as big as you want or as little as you want. Now, when I first started my visualizations, I had to speak out loud. It was really difficult for me to do it in my head. And then it finally came around. So maybe start by speaking it out loud. And go through each moment of your day like you are there, like you are you are noticing yourself being in that moment and feeling the emotion of that moment. Pretend as if you are in the same room watching yourself. Don't judge yourself, just watch yourself, all right? So you can do this anytime, anywhere. And if you want to kind of prepare, just start with some breathing. The next tool is journaling. This declutters your mind. So have you ever had those times when you just have this pinball game of thoughts going on in your head and you've got so much to do, but you can't do anything? You're frozen. You cannot do anything because you have so much to do and you're like, how can that be? Write it down. Writing what you have to do down, just a brain dump, or just start taking pen to paper and just write down. It clears the mind, it declutters you, and you learn a lot about yourself after doing it. The only rules to journaling, guys, don't think. Put pen to paper so you can see it and the hand can go through the motions. Don't think about it, just write, all right? So if you are brain dumping your day, don't start thinking about it. Just, what can I do today? Just start writing whatever you think you need to do, and it will happen. Now, I'm not saying you have to journal for long periods of time. You don't have to journal for 10, 15, 20 minutes. Just set a timer on your phone and say, okay, I'm going to journal for 3 minutes right now. And now I love journaling after meditation. So let's move into meditation. First of all, journaling after meditation, you guys, is very mind-opening as to what's going on inside, what's going on in the subconscious. But meditation is just making more headspace. It's building that muscle. Like, you have muscles in your bodies. If you want your biceps to get bigger, you got to do bicep curls or stuff like that. You have a mind muscle, and we have to work out that mind muscle. And that is going to just create discipline. And through that discipline, we'll create clarity. And it's amazing. All right. So now there are a few different types of meditations, but before we get to those, there are not a few, there are a lot, but we're only going to go over a few. But before we get to those and how to actually meditate, I want to talk to you about some meditation misconceptions. People put meditation on a pedestal. They think that it is going to have to take forever and it's this big spiritual thing. It's not. You don't even have to do it for long periods of time. In fact, I say start with 1 minute. It is just trying not to focus on any one thing, but there's places to start because that is difficult, right? As I say, sometimes the hardest thing to do is nothing at all. Some people think that it's counter-religious. Let's be real. I've had a couple people in the past that they were just a little nervous about doing the retreat because they just weren't real familiar with meditation, and they thought that it would maybe impede on prayer. But what they found was that when they started to meditate, they began to receive messages more clearly because of the clarity that meditation provides. And a lot of people think that it is just this spiritual thing. And guys, you don't have to be, doing chanting and all that stuff. It's just clearing space in your head, all right? So different types of meditation. Walking meditation is a great place to start. Go on a walk, notice the birds chirping, and then really pay attention just for a minute to those birds chirping. If you're walking on maybe leaves, just hear the constant crackling of the leaves underneath. Just the constant, the rhythm. Zen meditation is not focusing on is focusing just on their... Hello, let's try this again. Is focusing just on your body and what's going on in your body. You have a one object meditation, which I absolutely love. This one is really difficult and I get tired. I get mentally tired doing it. So the one object meditation is, and we're going to do this in some of our Thursday morning classes, it is noticing one thought, acknowledging one thought that comes into your mind, and then letting it go, acknowledging it and letting it go like a little white cloud, just poof, it fluffs off. Then I want you to think of one more thought that comes in, and then poof, it's gone. And then another thought that comes in, and poof, it's gone. All right, so you're constantly thinking of one thing to focus on. There's single object meditation. You can focus on a flower. You can focus on a noise. You can focus on a blade of grass, a flame. I love focusing on a flame when I'm meditating. And the last one is metta meditation. This one is one of the hardest ones for me to do, but it's sending love and kindness to people in your immediate life, and then people in their lives, and then people in their lives, and it just trickles out, this love and kindness, and before you know it, you're sending out love and kindness to somebody around the world. It's a beautiful thing, but it's very difficult. I can only get a couple minutes done in that one. So how to start? Don't start with a big fat hairy meditation goal. I've been doing this for years and just recently got up to 35 minutes. So start with 2 minutes a day for 2 weeks. 2 minutes a day, you guys. You can do that. You can totally give yourself 2 minutes a day to find clarity in your life, right? How quickly is that going to propel you to the future, finding that clarity? Very quickly. And then add 2 minutes a week after that. And then you're going to kind of find your happy spot, as I call it, your groove spot. And that's where you'll want to stay for a while. All right? And don't beat yourself up on meditation, guys. Because one of the things that I even still sometimes do, I'm getting better at it, is I'm meditating and I'm like, okay, I'm thinking about this. That's not meditating. Shit, so now I'm not meditating because I'm thinking about not meditating. Ugh. Give yourself some grace, all right? Some days my meditations are a total loss, but now that I've been doing it more regularly, I'm more consistent with it. It's a little bit easier to find that one focal point or no focal point. So give yourself some grace. Go for it. There's no reason to not start right now. Do it on the potty. I'm serious. So guys, some tools that I use for meditation, it's called Insight Timer. Well, I use this one, Insight Timer. It gives you some chanting during meditation, but it's a timer that has some really nice noises before and after, and it's actually a community. So INSITE Timer. You can download it on your iPhone. Lectio Divino is another phone app, LEXIO DIVINO. My good friend Mia, she has been doing yoga for many years and meditating for many years. This is the app that she likes. And then we had a recommendation for a book called Boundless. And I've heard that is a pretty amazing book when it comes to Christianity and meditation. All right, you guys. So take all this into consideration. And you don't have to implement it all at one time and all in one day, but it's tools that you can use. And maybe you want to use this during your miracle morning to help build that discipline. It's up to you. But think about it and be strategic about where you want to put that, all right? Or within your day. So you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. Make sure you lead your day. Don't let the day lead you. See you later. Bye-bye.